This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
A big 14th Region Girls matchup here before we start getting into postseason play. I'm Manus Blair, and I'm joined by Jim McCauley. And Jim, we're in one of the most unique basketball places of all of the mountains.
Yeah, I don't want to really get into architecture a great deal, but it is a very unique place to play. And, you said it, man, 1 week until it gets a little wild and crazy. Just getting ready to head down the stretch to the district tournament, and we've got two good games in store tonight. Friday the 13th.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. I was going to try to not say that. But
well, I'm not a very superstitious person, but it's always good to be able to travel down here to Breathitt County and do a game. Everybody's always so kind here at Athletic Director Moore. Everybody here. It makes it a real nice place to go. They always have great fans, and should be some good basketball in store tonight.
Yeah, and when I come in, they always smile at me, and I go over and get some popcorn. And for some reason, they looked at me, and I didn't go to the popcorn line, and they said, "What's wrong with him?" But I'll get some a little bit later. But no, Breathitt County, nice place to come watch basketball. I've watched a regional tournament and everything here, in girls and boys basketball. Enjoy always coming down here, just like you said, Jim. And we've got the Buckhorn Lady Wildcats. They're 11-13. Get to see Coach Blank for the first time on the season, and of course Breathitt County 13-6, and Coach Hayes, and they played a game over at Morgan County last night. Buckhorn played June Buchanan, so both teams playing last night. Trying to get all those games in after postponements, and like you said, everybody's getting set for the district tournament time. And, Buckhorn's going to be playing Hazard in the district. And Breathitt County has already moved on to the regional tournament.
That three-team district,
being the 1 seed. So
I get to watch a couple of, we've not had a chance to watch Buckhorn girls, but we've kind of kept up with them, in person. We've seen them online, but got a couple of girls that can really score the basketball, Manus.
And, when you're looking at Haley Drew Blank averaging 15.7, Greenlee Deaton averaging 15.7, and Lila Wooten, who averages basically a double-double with 9.4 and 10 rebounds per game for Coach Blank. So Buckhorn, and when you look at Greenlee Deaton, and she's been playing, and there's David Ritchie, and when she's been playing since 7th grade. And then you've got, of course, Blank's been playing forever. And then you've got a little senior and freshman matchup here. And anytime, we've said this numerous times over the years, when you are a small school, then you pick and choose basically to play and get – sometimes you get your noggin beat a little bit in order to get to the next step. And playing those young girls sometimes pays their benefits. And looking forward to seeing Coach Blank and the Lady Wildcats. When you're talking about the Lady Cats, you can't go much further when you talk about Lexi Combs.
Yeah, Lexi does a lot of good things for Breathitt County. Drives the basketball, good competitor. Got a good three-point shot. Just all around. She's kind of the bell cow for the Breathitt County Lady Bobcats, but also, you've got Macy Brown.
Right.
Her size, she's averaging double figures. So in Breathitt County, a team that's a little bit of an enigma to me, Manus. We've watched them play. They'll look really, really good for a few minutes, and then they kind of kind of get stagnant a little bit. So I'm anxious to see which Breathitt County team shows up tonight.
They come in here winner 6 of the last 7. Of course, unfortunately, last night they were defeated by Morgan County. So, they're just trying their best to try to get that same as everybody else, trying to be on the uptick, trying to be playing your best basketball here in the middle of February to later part of February. But, I'm interested to see, too, what transpires. And we're going to look at the Tim Short Auto Group keys to the game. And let's first go back to Buckhorn. Jim?
Well, Manus, I think the biggest thing for Buckhorn, it's going to be really tough matching up with Macy Brown. They got to figure out a way to, if she gets down on the block, to keep her from being able just to shoot it until she makes it. And then on the other side, they've got to be able to keep Lexi out of the paint. Now, Lexi can shoot it from outside, but she's much better in a transition style, running and attacking the basket. So, I feel like Buckhorn, the keys for Buckhorn are going to be more on the defensive side than it is on the offensive side.
And I would expect them to play zone, when you start looking at Breathitt County. And they do have 3 people that can shoot the outside shot, but I would look for them to do that. And, the size of Buckhorn, too, when you've got Wooten and Adams in there, and Breathitt County has Macy Brown and Charlie Stacy in the game, they pretty much match up pretty good with them. Not sure how much Coach Hayes has been playing those. Mm-hmm. So let's look at Breathitt County. What does Breathitt County need to do to keep improving and to win the basketball game tonight?
Well, I feel like that Breathitt's at their best when they're kind of, transition, moving for transition offense, getting the ball up and down. But I think for them to get ready for the region, they've got to be very efficient in a half-court set. And that means putting Brown down on the block and that, because they've got a couple girls who can shoot it from outside. But if they can start doing that, they can become a real problem for teams in the regional tournament.
Yeah, and, we're looking at one of those girls that can really shoot the ball, Alexis Pelfrey.
Yes.
She's got to be that, I think it was Stacy and Niece, not Stacy, Niece, who was their three-point shooting person. And I expect once again, and Kanoy also is a nice shooter as well as Lexi Combs. They're going to have to knock those shots down, but pushing the basketball up early to get into their offense before the zone sets up is something that they will need to do. And, when you look at Tinley Hayes, who's shooting here right in front of us, too, I've always loved her style of basketball.
She plays hard.
Physically, and she really gets after it on the defensive end. And pretty much that, entails what they're trying to do. And I'd like to see if Coach Hayes has added additional people into his rotation.
Yeah, we've not saw him in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It is, the All-A, and a lot of things can transpire in 3 or 4 weeks in girls and boys basketball. But we've got about 1 minute and 45 seconds away from the national anthem and introductions and everything. Just want to say thank you to everybody that's tuning in tonight, and hopefully you have a good Valentine's Day tomorrow, and the weather has become, instead of frightful,
delightful.
Has become you took my story.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be great weather. And looking for next week seems the same, and we don't have to worry about postponements and all that in the schedule. And be looking, because I think we've got a game almost every night next week.
Yeah, we do.
Be checking us out on Facebook to see who we've got coming on. And Monday night, we definitely have one that will be Powell County at Hazard Boys. So
I'm excited about that one, Manus. I've not had a chance to eyes on in person to see this Powell County team, who has really been turning some heads the last week or two in the 14th region.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to get out and see different teams and be in different places. So with that being said, getting ready to do the national anthem and everything, we see the officials tonight down there, and we'll get to those in a minute along with it. But David Adams and Brian Johnson are on Heroes and Icons on WYMT, and they're going to have a good game, and me and Jim's going to have a good game tonight. So with that being said, they've got the I'm going to have to get my phone out here. Looks like they're going to have the spotlight out tonight.
So I guess we're getting ready for the national anthem here in just a second, and then we'll come back with the starting lineups.
Yep, so stay with us here on Hometown 24. We'll be right back with the start lineups and the tip-off here at the Pharisee Woods Coliseum.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornets going to air it out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught at the 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
For over a century, Bank of Heinemann has proudly served Knott County and the surrounding communities. They're your hometown bank, built on trust, service, and a commitment to their neighbors. With online banking, bill pay, and mobile deposit, they blend today's convenience with the personal service you've always known. Visit them on the Hyman Bypass or at the Holly Hills Shopping Center. Bank of Heinemann, where tradition and trust still matter.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Welcome back to the campus of Breathitt County High School here at the Pharisee Woods Coliseum. Magnus Blair with Jim McCauley here as the ROTC just a wonderful rendition of the national anthem, and we're ready to play basketball.
Yeah, look up on the spotlight. You're talking about the athletic directors doing it all. You've got Kyle up there with the spotlight.
And when you're looking at him and everything up there, he is just as, he's like a bird on a perch, isn't he? And, of course, I did not catch that. I think it might have been the 1,000th point I'm trying to read there of Macy Brown. Congratulations to Macy Brown. Of course, now the Buckhorn Lady Wildcats, like I said, 11-13 on the season, 8-6 in the region. First will be number 0, senior guard Haley Drew Blank. Number 14, freshman guard Greenlee Deaton. Number 30, senior center Lila Wooten. Number 4, junior guard Chelsea Mullins. And number 44, senior center Ashlyn Adams. Once again, the Lady Wildcats are coached by Mr. John Blank. And I'm ready to go this time. I'm not behind, Jim.
You're on it.
And now for the homestanding Breathitt County Lady Cats, 13-6 on the season, 10-3 in the region. Number 34, junior center Macy Brown. Number 23, junior Charlie Stacy. I guess we could call that the Twin Towers.
Yes.
Number 5, junior guard Micah Kanoy. Number 3, sophomore guard Lexi Combs. And number 4, junior forward Alexis Pelfrey. Once again, the Breathitt Lady Cats are coached by Mr. Brandon Hayes. Tonight's officials will be Benny Campbell, Tim Trent, and Travis Purry.
Yeah, Breathitt County, just a lot of size up there in the front court for Breathitt County.
And, I say that, but then, like I said earlier, Buckhorn's got Adams and Wooten.
Yeah.
And we'll see if they go straight man-to-man or whether they go zone against the Lady Cats. Travis Purry will step in, and we're ready to go. And there's the tip, and it will go to the Lady Cats. And Buckhorn, zone.
Yeah, you're right in that 2-3 zone.
We'll see who can knock it down for the Lady Cats and how patient they can be. Stacy playing way out here on the right wing, trying to look down and going to have to kind of weave him away, and it's knocked away and stolen by Adams. Trying to get it to Deaton, and Combs comes up with it. Kanoy, long 3, and it's off. Rebound's going to be gotten by Combs. A Pelfrey 3. Long, but there is Brown up, and it's blocked by Wooten. Adams will get it to Deaton.
And 2 good looks that time for Breathitt County from 3, and then Macy had a good look inside. All 3 shots, though, just not be able to knock it down.
Breathitt County playing a kind of a soft man-to-man. Deaton will go in with a floater, and it was blocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lady Wildcats. Nice play, and put in that time by Wooten. Nice called play by Coach Blank against the man-to-man underneath, and that's why a lot of teams play zone underneath.
Yeah, easy to get lost and screened under there.
And it's knocked away, and it will be picked up. Got something on the floor. Not sure what was...
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Maybe an earring? I'm not for sure.
Official Purry stopped the game real quickly.
He's got eyes like an eagle, Manus.
Yeah. I didn't see it even after Wooten had picked it up. I didn't see it. Ball's knocked away and stolen as Pelfrey will come up with it.
Yeah, Buckhorn doing a good job getting back and getting to that zone.
There's the floater by Combs. Brown's going to get it, and it's going to be a block, but nope. It's going to be a foul on Wooten. And that will send Brown to the free throw line for 2.
When we watched Breathitt play Letcher Central, and it's been a couple of weeks ago, Macy was real aggressive in the first half down there against the post players of Letcher Central. She's got to bring a lot of energy for Breathitt County to have a chance to make a run in that regional tournament.
Second one after missing the first. And that one's off as well. Rebound's going to come down to Combs, kicks it to Brown. All the way across to Combs again. She'll go and rotate it back out. Stacy trying to get position in there against Adams.
Not a lot of movement right now for Breathitt County in the zone.
And as you say that,
they break in. Yep, overload.
Overload, but then Kanoy goes right back too. Pelfrey will shoot the 3, and it's going to come up short. Rebounded by Deaton, and she's on the run. She's going to go in off the board, and it goes in.
You know, I remember watching her as, I guess, an 8th grader?
7th grader.
7th grader, and just thinking, wow, she's got such a good motor.
Yeah. 4-0 Buckhorn. Combs, and it's knocked away that time.
And you know, Buckhorn doing a good job of keeping, getting Combs no driving room into the basket, which she's really good at.
Mullins with a nice job cutting her off on that baseline side.
Yeah.
Brown pushing in there, trying to give space, and that is blocked by Adams. Guess I probably did not give them enough credit, and Deaton misses it. Brown goes in with 2 hands, outlet to Combs. Deaton trying to catch up, goes in off the board, misses it. Rebound comes down to Wooten. Blank with a basketball, gives it up. Pump fake, and it's going to be a throwaway, a turnover on the Buckhorn Wildcats. We're almost halfway yet, and Breathitt County yet to get in the scoring column.
Well, they've had a lot of good looks, though.
And Kanoy says, I will take care of that.
Yeah.
And that's her 28th 3 on the season for 3 Buckhorn.
And, you know, to force Buckhorn, I mean, because they're really stacked into the paint. You know, they're going to have a chance to knock down some of those threes, but they better hit them.
Mullins goes into the lane. Buckhorn, you know, spacing very good with their offense.
Yeah.
Long 3, and it's off, and the rebound's going to come down to Blank. She goes up off the board, misses it, tip out, and Pelfrey will get the rebound. Goes into Brown. She'll turn and look on the high-low, but throws it away.
Yeah, a good look, too. A good look.
Yep. Thought Hatter just did not let her too much into the baseline side.
Yeah, Breathitt County really not a lot of energy right now.
And you got to pick it up on the defensive end down here to get that.
Yep, I agree.
Way downtown, Blake.
It's a good-looking shot.
And rebound's knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Buckhorn. Let's see, the last time they were able to get a layup off the inbounds pass. Goes in, Adams off the board, misses it. Rebound comes down to Stacy.
Kanoe wanting the ball. She said, I can get it.
Pelfrey Brown, and then she's going to get an opportunity, but it was kind of an errant pass. Kanoe, can she make 2 in a row? And
yes, she can.
Does. Shooting 32% on the season. 6 points for Kanoe.
You know, and I think Buckhorn will stay with that zone.
16-footer misses, and Stacy rebound. And Combs looks down the floor and had Brown behind the defense.
And poked it away.
And I agree with you, Jim. They're probably going to stay with that 2-3. Box set by Breathitt County. Kicker to Pelfrey for the wide open 3, and it's going to be long. Brown with the rebound. She's going to shoot the 3, misses it. There's Stacy with the rebound. Stacy makes room and puts it in.
Yeah, Stacy did a good job clearing space right there to get up and get the easy bucket. And just like that, Breathitt County 8-4.
Blanket with a basketball Deaton there. I thought almost on the sideline.
Well, we can't really see that. I can't see that little corner.
I'm only 5'7.5" on most days.
All man, though.
Back
nice
door.
Cut.
Back, good pass, and it is not going to go for Wooten. It was a nice play.
Yeah.
Just did not convert on it. Gives it up to Pelfrey. Brown in the soft middle there will turn.
Nice high-low.
That was a good pass, and Stacy puts that one in. Give her 4 now, 10-4.
Yeah, and Macy is an excellent passer out of that high post.
And she has such length, she can pass over top of anybody. Blank goes in, and then she's going to be fouled, and that's going to be on Combs, and that will be Combs' first. And that will send Blank to the line, 63% on the season, averaging 15.7 points a game. Misses the first. And for Buckhorn will be number 3, Addison Shepard, the freshman. And for Breathitt County, Kanoy will go out, and in will come Tinley Hayes, the sophomore.
And we both really like the way Kinley plays. Talking about a spark plug for energy. You put her in, it's like a high octane out there.
You want her on your team.
Yes, because she will battle.
10-5, Breathitt County. Hayes skip pass all the way across. Got to get that thing to the baseline a little bit. Pelfrey wide open 3, and it's going to come up short. There's Brown, and she will miss it. There's Stacy Hayes, and she is fouled. And that's going to be on Shepard, her first, team second.
You know, we alluded to that in the keys of the game with the size of Breathitt County. Just being able to dominate the offensive boards and get shot after shot until you're fouled or make it.
Hayes, 64%, misses the first. And, you know, if you get pushed underneath the basket, it's hard to get, especially three-point shots at rebound because they come out a little bit further. Hayes with the second of 2. 11-5, 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us here on Hometown 24. Mullins goes in. Tight defense by Stacy. Deaton to Shepard.
You know, it's really hard to get a layup, against that height to Macy Brown. I expect them to start settling for that 6 or 8 foot jump shot that's open.
Well, and that's so much of the game is floaters.
Yep.
And that's over taller people inside in the paint area. Goes in, left hand. Brown misses it. Rebound's going to come out there with Adams. Can they get it off? Deaton does, and it rattles and doesn't go. And that's going to end the first quarter, 11-5, Breathitt County. Stay with us here on Hometown 24. We'll be back in just a bit.
At Appalachian Wireless, we believe the future of our region starts with our students. That's why we're proud to award scholarships to non-deserving high school seniors throughout the Appalachian Wireless coverage area from the class of 2026. It's our way of investing in the hard work and dedication and the next generation of leaders right here at home. So students can learn more at any Appalachian Wireless retail location or at AppalachianWireless.com, or just by asking their guidance counselor on how to apply. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with a click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman games of the week, because right after this one we'll have Knott County Central and Breathitt County. About 20 minutes after that, Buckhorn to inbound the basketball at 11-5. Also, Molly Mullins in for Buckhorn for the first time, trying to get rid of the basketball. Finally, Deaton comes back and rescues her. Breathitt County putting a little bit more pressure on the basketball to start off. Yep. Mullins with the basketball, throws it. Well, I started to say threw it away.
Yeah, bounced fortuitously right back to her.
Mullins a sophomore for Coach Blank. Shepard goes straight in, and it's blocked by Brown out of bounds.
And that's what I say. It's so hard with Macy in there, her length. If they just stop 3 or 4 feet short, they shoot the floater, the jump shot.
And there's a key to blocking shots without getting a foul called on you, is keeping your hand up and flicking it with your wrist. Deaton goes in, it's blocked. Rebounds fall for Shepard, has it, but Brown comes out of there with it.
Breathitt wanted to push right here.
2 against 4, so they'll back it out. Trailer is Kanoy's thought about it for just a second. Goes into Hayes, looking to goes inside, up off the board. Brown with it, and she'll put it in. It's Brown's first two, and it's 13-5, Breathitt County.
Yeah, once again, offensive rebounds.
Deaton goes in.
There's the floater.
Yep. We were talking off air about the floater, and that's going to be a tie-up, and that will go to Breathitt County. You know, and so many times we've talked throughout the season about going against the 2-3 and get the ball in the middle in the soft area, and that's what Hayes was doing the last time down the floor for Breathitt. Hayes will kick it to Combs for the wide open three. Rose doesn't go, but once again, another offensive rebound by Hayes. Kanoy, long three, and it comes up short. Brown has it momentarily, and it goes off of her, and it will be Buckhorn basketball.
Yeah, Breathitt County getting a lot of good shots, just not able to finish them.
And, you know, we've talked, Brian Johnson said numerous times the ball goes inside, and you kick it back out, and you've got a better angle, seems like, and a better rhythm on shooting it as a turnover on Buckhorn. Mullins comes up slow for Buckhorn. Combs shoots it, misses it. The rebound's going to come to Mullins, looking for an outlet. Goes to Mullins. Deaton with a basketball, goes to Shepard. Shepard goes straight to the goal, and that's going to be a foul on Brown.
Yeah, Brown just didn't slide her feet over and smack down at the basketball to pick up her first foul.
Shepard will shoot two. She's 0 for 2 on the season. Maybe she can pick up her first free throw. And it doesn't go. And off the bench will come Blank, will come back in. Adams will go out. Deaton will go out. And back in will come Wooten. You can really tell that Buckhorn runs a very good offensive set.
The kids are in the right spot. They know what to do. Breathitt very patient offensively right here against this 2-3 zone.
Going to run the 1-3-1 set. Get a little bit more movement against the zone. Hayes looks. Nice pass into Brown. Brown steps back, and she is fouled, and I believe that's going to be on Wooten. I'm sorry. That's going to be on Shepard, and that's going to be her second. Brown will go to the line. She missed her first two. Makes the first. Second one is good.
Got two nice looking shots at the free throw line for Macy Brown.
Has just so much talent.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've bragged on her for a long time about the best outlet pass of anybody.
Yeah.
Used it a lot over at Owsley County.
Yeah, that was a staple play for them. They had such speed in the guard positions.
Blank goes in, puts it off the board around the horn, and did not go.
No.
Kanoy gives it into the corner to Hayes. Combs step back jumper, and it's long, but there's Brown to put it back in.
Yeah, and offensive rebounds just killing Buckhorn right now.
Give her 6, 17-5, Breathitt County.
And I would imagine besides the three-pointers, every shot's been on an offensive rebound.
It seems like every other time it has been.
Yeah, Buckhorn's got to figure out some way to get, well, I was getting ready to say, get Sharp or Deaton involved. And right there, Sharp drains the three.
And Blank knocked it down, and Breathitt County.
Was it Sharp?
Brown will put it in on this end. Give Brown 8 in this quarter. Breathitt County fans wanting a push off by Blank on that. And like we always say about a Hayes, she wears your shirt when she guards you. And can she make it 2 in a row? She does.
She can.
Give her 7. 19-11, Breathitt County. Breathitt County, Buckhorn's got to find a way of keeping, and I know this is easier said than done, and Hayes rises up with a 3.
Yeah, both teams waking up on the offensive side right now.
22-11. One thing about Shepherd, she's on that left side, and just as soon as she catches it, she goes straight to the goal. Mullins will come out, Adams will come in, Shepherd out, and Deaton back in for Buckhorn. Pelfrey out, and in comes Stacy, and also Allen, number 15, will come in for the first time. Deaton, was it a 3? Yes, it was.
So 3 straight 3s now for Buckhorn to cut into this lead a little bit.
And just like I was saying, if they got to find a way of keeping Breathitt County off the boards as we get tangled up in our wiring here. Blame that on Brady. Goes into Stacy, and she'll turn, gives it back out, and it's stolen by Blank.
Yeah, Blank.
And
really,
there she goes, and that's going to be a foul call.
You know, and let's go back 45 seconds ago when I said they've got to figure out some way to get Blank and Deaton involved. And in that period of time, they scored 9 points and going to the free throw line for another one.
They heard you. Blank, 1 of 2 on the last time from the line. That was, like I said, the second foul on Brown. And that one goes.
So cut the lead to 7.
7. Just like that, as Hayes will come in for Brown, and Brown probably will sit the rest of the first half. Second one up, and it doesn't go. Rebound to Hayes. Little Adolph Rupp weave for the wide open 3, but Combs goes in, but she is fouled with the body, and I think, and that's going to be on Adams. That's her first. Combs will go to the line where she has not scored.
Yeah. And that 2-3 zone's really taking her out of what she likes to do.
Combs averaging 17.5 points, and she knocks down the first. 78% free throw shooter. So I know Coach Hayes wants her to take it in there, get to the foul line, because if you shoot 78% just like that, that's usually the result. 24-15 as we near the 2-minute mark in the first half. Stay with us for the double quick halftime show. We'll talk about a little bit of everything come halftime.
Good defense of Combs that time to cut Blank off.
And Blank almost goes back. Curly Neal dribbling there, and Combs will bring it up. It brings it down and is going to be tied up, and it will be Buckhorn basketball. Turnover. Pelfrey will come in, and out will go Allen for Breathitt County.
.150 left in the first half. Buckhorn hanging around.
And I'm sure Coach Blank will take that. Bullying her way in that time was Wooten. Off the board, doesn't go by Deaton. Rebound Hayes.
Hayes, you know, she's a rebounding machine.
Concerted effort by Breathitt County to get a little bit more motion against the zone. Skip pass to Pelfrey. Hayes, can she knock down the same spot? Nope, comes up short. Rebound's going to go to Buckhorn.
And then without Macy Brown in there, it changes all the complexion of the rebounding inside.
And, you know, here, if Buckhorn can knock down a shot or two here going into the half, kudos for Coach Blank. Deaton with it, goes to Blank. Knocked away by Combs and stolen. 1 against 1, she'll turn, spin.
Nice move.
And it goes in. Her first bucket on the night, give her 4 points. Big turnaround there.
Yep.
Gives it up, and Wooten turns back. Into the middle goes Mullins. Ball is Jasson for. Got to get out of that lane. Long three by Blank, and it's going to go.
Yeah, Blank with the third three-pointer here in the second quarter.
Give her 11 of the 18 points for Buckhorn. Big three-pointer. 15 seconds to go in this first half. Long three. Doesn't go. Rebound comes to Stacy, and it's going to be a tie-up with Adams, but it will stay with Breathitt County with 4.3 seconds to go. Coach Hayes with a call right here. Let's see what comes up. Packing it is Buckhorn. Kick out to Pelfrey. Got to get it up quickly. Goes straight into Stacy off the board, and it's not going to count. And that will end the first half. 26-18 Breathitt County. And when we come back, we'll have the Double Quick halftime show.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24. No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi. I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Welcome back to the Double Quick halftime show. Failed to mention that the Valentine's sweetheart was Tinley Hayes.
Well,
I bet some of the girls that played against her didn't think she was a sweetheart.
That's what I was going to say. She may be sweet on the side, but she is a demon on the court. Always a high energy, and we enjoy watching her play because she leaves nothing on the floor, gets after it 100%. So congratulations, Tinley. That's
a big honor. That's a big honor. And the princess was Bristol Allen. So congratulations to her as well. That was before this game had began. So didn't really know it until the middle of it. And congratulations to both of those. Real quickly, I'll go over the scoring real quickly. With Buckhorn, Haley drew blank with 11 points and 10 of those in the second quarter. Shepherd played, did not score. Mullins played, did not score. That was Chelsea Mullins. Molly Mullins played, did not score. Deaton with 5. Wooten with 2. Adams played and did not score by a quarter. Buckhorn had 5 in the first, 13 in the second, for a total of 18 for the Breathitt County Lady Cats. Combs had 4. Pelfrey failed to score. Kanoy with 2 threes and with 6. Tinley Hayes with 4. Harper Allen played, did not score. Charlie Stacy with 4. And Macy Brown with 8 before she picked up her second foul in the first quarter. Breathitt County with 11. And the second 15 for a total of 26. And that brings us to a halftime score of 26-18 Breathitt County. And
we saw Buckhorn make that run with Macy Brown out of the game.
Yes.
Such a formidable force inside. And of the 26 points, I would be remiss to say that 14 probably came off of offensive rebounds and putbacks, either by Macy Brown or another one of their teammates in there in the paint. So Buckhorn in the second half's got to figure out a way to force themselves in there to get those offensive rebounds, or those defensive rebounds, to keep them from getting second and third and fourth chance opportunities.
And that's where Wooten and Adams has got to be a little bit more physical in there instead of being forced underneath the basket.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those, like I said earlier, if you shoot long threes and you miss them, typically it's a longer rebound. So if you get pushed underneath the basket,
you don't have a chance.
The only rebound, like I used to tell my high school girls, the only rebound you get in that case is when it goes through the net.
Yep, that's right.
So concerted effort as Coach Blank yet to bring his girls out. I'm sure that's the coaching point right now. And, with Coach Hayes, the coaching point is don't settle for that first wide open 3. Get a little bit of movement. Yeah. Then if you do miss the 3, once again, you have a better opportunity once you force that defense to shift to get that offensive rebound if you miss the 3-pointer or the long 2.
Yeah, and I think you'll see, with Macy Brown coming back in the second half, a concerted effort to get the ball down inside to her early. And then, like you said, she can either pass it back out for the 3-point shot or turn and try to put it in. She started off slow. I think she missed the first 5 shots. But after that, got in the groove and started putting some points on the board.
Well, and Macy, too, was going to the high post area trying to get the ball down into Stacy. Made one really good pass in there, and probably going to see a lot more of that once you rotate and move the ball to get it in that soft middle to Macy Brown.
Yeah. So we've got about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, and, right after this, of course, once again, want to just say we'll have the Breathitt County, Knott County Central boys game about 20 minutes after this. And so I was trying to look for Earl Stevens, and Earl Stevens is in the house. David Adams, I couldn't see through it, and I thought where he typically sits, he's right there. So
it's good
glad to see
Earl
Earl Stevens back. David Ritchie come up and said hello, and I believe he left us. So with that being said, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half of the Breathitt Buckhorn game. So stay with us here on Hometown 24.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Brought to you by Double Quick, Key Chicago Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy in Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman basketball games of the night, and it's Manus Blair with Jim McCauley and Buckhorn. Down 26-18, will inbound the basketball to start the second half. Looks like the starters for both teams. Combs with a steal.
Had her pocket picked right there by Combs, and Combs quickly down the floor, and that's what she does best, attacking the basket.
She's really adept at that floater into the mid part of the lane. She got 6. Deaton gives it back out to Blank, running that 1-4 offense once again. Mullins goes in. Blank, wide open 3. That doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Stacy.
And, you can see right now the girls from Buckhorn, if it's not Deaton or Blank, nobody else wants to shoot the ball.
Yep. But if they don't want to shoot the ball, they must go actively to try to get an offensive rebound. Goes into Combs, 15-footer. It's long. Rebound comes down to Wooten. Like I said, Wooten averaging 10 rebounds on the season. Deaton goes in to Adams. You can see they're really setting the screens, and that's going to be up short. Stacy with the rebound.
And Breathitt very patient attacking that 2-3 zone. Just waiting for somebody to pop open.
Skip pass to Pelfrey.
Pelfrey, a pretty good shooter out there. Kind of surprised she didn't pull the trigger on that.
If you're a shooter, you just got to keep shooting it. I think that's a David Adams quote. Yep, being very patient.
Yeah.
Skip to Combs. Combs trying to get into the lane.
Yeah,
nice
good
job by
defense.
Mullins.
Yeah.
Into the soft middle to Kanoy. She's got a wide open shot. Misses it. Wooten rebound.
Yeah, worked a long time to get that shot. It was a good shot. Just came up a little bit short.
Adams thought about it, dribbling in against Stacy, bullying her way in, and Stacy comes down on her, and she'll get 2 free throws.
That's something they've got to do a little bit more. Good size and length. Gets it down in there and draws the foul.
46% on the season from the free throw line. First one is off. I'm not sure if Christy Combs is here tonight, but
haven't seen
athletic
Christy.
director of Buckhorn does an outstanding job in everything in which she does. Misses the second. Macy Brown with that.
Yeah, just throws a BB 50 feet.
You better be ready for it. I'm sure as they got acclimated, they learned to turn and look for it.
Definitely not settling for the three-point shot. Now the same play again to Kanoy in the middle. She missed it, but Stacy picks up the rebound.
Wooten rebounded it.
Oh, Wooten's right on track with their double-digit rebound.
Yeah. Coach Blank with a new call. Let's see what comes up. And it looks like the old flex. And Wooten surprised me there. She just rose up and shot the three. Combs out. Doesn't have numbers, goes in and is fouled and puts it in.
Yeah, have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point player out there.
And that foul was on I thought that foul was on Blank, but maybe it was not. And she will complete it. She's got 5, and it's going to be a
timeout.
And that's going to be a 30-second. We'll stay right here with it. And 31-18 as Breathitt has moved out on a 5-0 basic run. I don't know if you call it a run.
No, it's been very methodical.
But they've taken their time. Probably something that Coach Hayes wanted them to do at halftime is just take your time, make them play a little defense, move the basketball around, find the soft middle, and they have with Kanoy. She just not been able to knock those down.
You know, and they did a really good job identifying the shooters from Buckhorn on their defensive end. I'm sure that at halftime, that had to be a point of emphasis to keep.
Because they had 4 threes right within, minute and a half?
Yeah.
And, of course, 3 of those were by Blank. And you see that Hayes is in, and guess what she's doing?
Yeah, playing some serious in-your-face defense.
When you're the queen, you can do that. I guess that's what they called her. Goes into, once again, a little bit of Adams being aggressive. Rebound comes to Mullins. Kicker to Blank. Goes straight back in to Adams. She'll turn. No, she won't. She gives it to Deaton. Misses it. Brown with the rebound. They got numbers if they want to push it. Combs does with the length of the pass. Hayes floater misses it. There's Brown, and she'll put it back in.
Yeah, and there's not a whole lot that they can do with Brown in there.
Like you said, energy personified. Off the board, and Deaton puts it in. Give her 7.
Yeah, nice take by Deaton right there.
33-20, 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Like we said in the pregame, Breathitt County's made their way to the region. The regional will be played at Knott County Central High School. Goes in, and it's blocked by the 2 big girls. Didn't know which one, but Combs throws it back in. And that's going to be a jump ball. Nice job by Adams.
Yeah, I'd like to see Grant Brown be a little more aggressive and urgency going up with the ball right there.
You know, and there's typically not many times that you'll face someone that is as big as she is.
Now, Samara Bailey played the only one in the region that's close to that size.
Probably. Reed from Lee County.
Yeah.
And it's knocked away, but it was a foul on the way up. And that's going to be on Blank. And Combs will go the line where she is already 3 of 3 to shoot 2. Misses the first. Knott County crowd edging their way in for the second game as Combs makes the second.
And that's 6 for 6 from the free throw line.
She missed that first one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The first one she shot. So now Breathitt out here showing this full court press, trying to really increase the tempo and pressure on Buckhorn.
Comes in, and Adams will give it back to Blank, and being worked up against a little bit of bodying.
A lot of bodying.
Blank did a nice job. Deaton gets away from Hayes and knocks it down.
Yeah, Deaton's starting to cook a little bit now. Two straight buckets in a row for her.
Nice handoff from Adams and gave her a little bit of room. She's got 9. Goes into Allen, who just came in the middle. Hayes, long 3. Good.
Wow. Yeah, second 3 of the night for Tender.
She's got 7. I don't even have her on my notes to shoot 3-pointers.
Yeah, she said you're going to have to next time.
Yeah, I will. I'll make a note of that. Deaton, long 3. Good.
Bingo. Yeah, Deaton 3 baskets in a row. Really heating up right here.
Mullins a little bit shaken up after the bucket. 37-25, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
You know, Buckhorn, every time you think Breathitt's ready to put them away, Buckhorn comes back from the 3-point line.
Coach Blank asking the official if there may have been some little bit of problem down there in the middle of the lane. He was satisfied with the answer. Hayes working that soft middle there, getting in and out of the lane. Goes into her, looks
nice
down
pass.
to Brown. Brown's got to take that thing.
Yep.
Hayes says, I'll take the 15-footer, comes up short. Rebound, nice hustle by Allen to tip it back to Combs. Combs will go in, misses it. Rebound's knocked away from Adams. Combs, 18-footer, and it will roll in. Give her 12.
You know, Combs didn't score until
the latter part.
Yeah, the second quarter. Yeah, almost the end. But Combs playing with a lot more intensity right now. Yeah, double.
Went out of bounds and then didn't set back in. She can't be the first one to tip it. I think I was kind of blocked off from that.
Yeah, I couldn't see the far corner.
I think that's what transpired as we're under 45 seconds now in the third quarter.
Breathitt going to hold for the last shot here, Manus?
Every time I say yes, they shoot it.
And as
and it banks in. Allen with a bank shot. Lindy Allen, the junior. 41-25 stolen by Hayes. Pelfrey thought about it for a second. 13 seconds. Goes into Hayes.
Nice
goes
pass,
but kicker to Combs. Combs knocks the 3 down.
Combs is going to end up right where she's. She's cooking.
Yep, about around her average. As Deaton will get it off, and it is missed. And that will end the third quarter, 44-25, Breathitt County, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
Welcome back to the Pharisee Woods Coliseum, 44-25, Breathitt County. And in that quarter, it was only Deaton scoring for Buckhorn. They got to find blank some scoring. Shepherd in misses it. Deaton will get the rebound.
You can see Buckhorn playing with a little bit more urgency now.
Blank trying to get something, and she is fouled. Breathitt County able to outscore Buckhorn 18-7 in the third quarter. Ball comes into Deaton. You said it, renewed spirit on the man-to-man. Blank was held to no points, of course, in that, and she says, I'll score right here. Nope, she doesn't, but there's Shepard. Got to put it up, and it was blocked.
Yeah, the size of Breathitt County really makes it hard on Buckhorn in the paint.
And there's going to be a foul, and nope, it's not a foul. It's going to be a timeout before then. And that's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a timeout too, 44-25. We'll be right back after the timeout.
Hey Appalachia, we should probably admit this. We're kinda obsessed with you. The mountains, the back roads, the small towns, and the people. We've been everywhere together. At Appalachian Wireless, we built a network just for you, with local people who actually answered the phone. Can you imagine that? So this February, why settle for temporary with a big carrier who doesn't really know you? Go with the one who's loyal, local, and totally in love with Appalachia. Appalachian Wireless. So this connection, it's the real deal. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman Games of the Week. Timeout by Coach Hayes, 7:18 to go, 44-25. Breathitt County will bring it up. Different set, overload set, nice play.
Oh, yeah.
Called right out of the huddle.
Yeah, really nice pass down there from Hayes in that high-low set.
Give Brown 12. And that's what you got to do against the zone sometimes. You got to overload it, then they've got to pick who they're going to guard. Goes straight in, misses it after left hand by Hayes, and she is fouled.
I always get, you talk about people that play with their emotions on their face. Tendry Hayes always so...
you can read it.
Yeah, you can read it exactly. She was so mad that shot didn't fall, as she'll go to the free throw line from 2 here.
1 of 2 so far, and that one will not go.
It just amuses me greatly.
Second one is good. 8 points on the night. Betters their average of 4.6, but don't think Coach Hayes plays her a whole lot for. She does that stuff right there.
Yep.
Misses it. Rebound comes down to Brown. Long throw to Allen. She'll turn, and she is fouled by Mullins. Mullins had gone up in there and had nowhere to come but right down on Allen.
That's right. So 47-25, Breathitt County.
And knocked down that time by
Mullins.
Combs.
Or is that Combs? Yep, Combs.
Combs, and that's going to be her first 3 on the night. Nope, second three.
Yeah.
As sometimes I lose my writing skills here, and that's going to be a timeout by Coach Blank, and that's a 30-second, and we'll stay right here.
And, after a slow start, in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game, Breathitt County very lackadaisical, but the further the game goes along, the higher their energy gets, and they're really starting to put this game on ice now. Just a good energy. And a lot of it, I'll tell you, is when Tendry comes into the game, she brings a lot of energy to the Bobcats. She's always hustling and moving, never sat still.
And that might be a reason that Coach Hayes brings her off the bench.
Exactly, man.
She started a lot of the games that I've watched, and we've been here for. So sometimes you got to have somebody when you make that second rotation that gives you that energy, or see who's doing well on the other team and say, Tinley, can you guard her? And I'm sure she'd say, I most certainly will. Shepard with a jumper misses it. There's a rebound by Adams, and she's fouled. Like the aggressiveness by her.
Yep.
And that foul was on, let's see, who they call that on? They called that on Pelfrey. Adams shoots 2 more.
Third foul?
I think it's her fourth foul. No, it's her second foul. And Adams knocks that one down. Second one, and it's her first point on the night. Misses that one. Rebound, Mullins being double teamed. Knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Buckhorn.
Yeah, you get in that corner with Macy Brown trap. You doesn't leave a lot of space to get the ball out.
Next games for these two. Buckhorn will be at Powell County tomorrow. Nice move, but doesn't make it. Rebound comes to Mullins. Deaton will back it up. Hayes knocks it out of bounds. Breathitt County's next game will be right here against Prestonsburg on Tuesday. Everybody trying to fine-tune as Coach Blank wanting a foul. Deaton puts
nice
it in.
Take in there in the tall timbers.
Give her 14 on the night.
Deaton's had most of the scoring here in the second half for the Buckhorn.
Her average, 15.7, close to her average. Hayes, nobody gets her, fakes it, misses it. Brown with a tip out. Combs behind her back, but she'll lose it to Adams. Deaton in the middle of the floor, gives it up to Blank for the three. Doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Adams, misses it. Shepard, I thought she had it there, but
it went right through her hands.
Yep. Pelfrey looking up the floor. Allen was open on the backside for just a brief moment. 5 minutes to go, and up and a good pass. Brown misses it, and there's going to be a foul as Mullins gets it, and he just smiles as she gets the foul.
I think she fouled her about 3 times in the right there, but
long throw comes to Shepard. Adams, 2 against 2. Adams shoots the 18-footer, misses it. Rebound to Brown, long outlet to Hayes. 1 against 1 against Blank. She turns, throws it up, and knocks it down.
That didn't even touch a string there.
Didn't even move, did it? Give her double figures with 10. And that's going to be a foul on Combs. That's going to be her second. Blank will throw it in. Blank the 3. Good.
Yeah, count it. Well, she gets set, Manus. She's automatic.
Her 4-3, 14 points, nearing her average of 15.7. 51-31. Long 3 by Kanoy. It's going to come up short. Blank with a rebound. Got a 2 against 2. Blank's going to give it up to Deaton for the jumper. Comes up short. And it's going to be a tie-up, and the basketball will go to Breathitt County. Four minutes and 2 seconds to go, 51-31. Buckhorn in man-to-man. It's where Combs usually works her magic against man-to-man and goes into Brown. Nice turn and look for Stacy, puts it in.
Well, that was a nice entry pass by Brown right there. Hit her in the perfect spot.
Give her 6. Goes to Shepard. And that's going to be a foul on Brown. And that's going to be 3 on Brown and Shepard. I just love the way she catches it, turns, and she knows one thing.
If she's going,
she's gone. Missed her first 2 free throws. Misses the first.
You know, like you talked about Buckhorn, you know, when they're in their offensive sets, their defensive sets, you could tell that Coach Blank has done an outstanding job with these young ladies in the right spots, doing a lot of good things.
Stacy with a rebound, and, you know, you've got to do the small stuff before you get to the big stuff. And Hayes with a good move.
Yeah.
Give her 12 off the bench. And like I said, averaging 4.6 points. And
yeah, this is her night.
All the way around.
That's right.
Deaton goes up, misses it. Brown with a rebound. Combs will dribble back out. We're under 3 minutes left in the basketball game once again. Knott County Central, Breathitt County coming up 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game. Gives it up to Brown in the middle, taken away. No, does Stacy rescues it. Hayes misses it. Brown over the top. Puts it back up, misses it. Stacy back up, misses it. Adams with a rebound. Gives it up to Deaton. And Deaton misses it. Rebound to Combs. Combs will step through, and she is fouled.
Yeah. Yeah, Combs so good in the open court.
Shepard is going to get her third foul. Combs will go to the line. 18 points, make that 19. Mullins out. Kanoy out. Misses the second one.
Combs had hit, 8 free throws in a row? Or
she made 5 out of 6 before that. Rebound comes down to Stacy, and we're under 2. Brown, long three, good.
Bottoms. Hey, we know Brown likes that shot.
Yeah. Big matchup at Gainesville, Florida tomorrow, and that's going to be a foul as Blank goes in, and Pelfrey will commit the foul.
Breathitt County getting ready to make wholesale substitutions.
The hockey shifts will come about, and Blank knocks it down. Give her 15. Looks like Allen and Lindy Allen will come in, along with, let's see if I've got everybody. Emily Miller, number 13. Number 21, Haley Moore. And number 11, Bella Napier. And Blank will make the second. 16 points. Napier goes into Allen, turns with a wide open shot, misses it. Didn't catch that before, but Yeoman's in for Buckhorn. Did I get everybody?
I think you did.
I think I've got everybody. And it's stolen by Allen. Tried to give it up, but she wasn't looking.
Big legs.
With a minute to go, 59-33.
All Breathitt County here on the Friday the 13th. Their Valentine Sweetheart
Day.
Something, yeah.
Whatever you call it. Allen, I guess you call it Valentine's Day Eve. Is that what you call it?
Well, I guess so.
And nice move that time.
Yeah.
That was Bella Napier with a 2. And we'll have another group coming in. See if I can get everybody. Anna Watts, number 33. Taylor Noble, number 24. And let's see. One other, let's see, number 1, Logan Hurled, 8th grader. Shot up, missed, and rebounded by Watts. And they're going to dribble it out, looks like, and that will be the end of the game. 61 Breathitt County 33, Buckhorn. And our Alice Lloyd College player of the game will be
Lexi Combs.
Lexi Combs will be the winner. Buckhorn will drop to 11 and 14. Breathitt County will improve to 14 and 6. I'll go through the scoring real quickly as I try to add it up, Jim. I don't have Brian Johnson here.
But, you look out here and Breathitt County, really in the first half, it was all offensive rebounds. In the second half, it was Tendry and Lexi really put on a show in the second half that kind of pushed Breathitt County out to that large margin of lead. Buckhorn, just 2 scores. They had a couple chip in, a point here, a point there, but I think the only field goals, am I correct? The only field goals were
had one. Lila Wooten had one in the first quarter.
So, when
Wooten and Adams has got to be able to do something.
Because they've got some potential.
Yes.
And, this is, with being Blank's senior year, correct?
Right.
For them to make a little noise over there, they're going to have to really get something. Somebody else has got to be a little bit more aggressive with the basketball, man. Are you ready to go over the scoring?
Yep. I'll go over first for Buckhorn. Blank had 16. Shepherd, Chelsea Mullins, and Molly Mullins played, did not score. Deaton had 14. Yeomans played along with, she played and did not score. Wooten with 2. Adams with 1. Scores by quarter. 5, 13, 7, and 8 for a total of 33. Breathitt County once again will improve to 14 and 6. Winners of 7 of 8 now. Lindy Allen with 2. Combs had 19. Pelfrey did not score. Conoy had 6. Hayes had 12. Harper Allen did not score. Stacy with 6. Macy Brown with 15. Bella Napier with 2, scoring by quarter. 11, 15, 18, and 17 for a total of 61, bringing us to the final score of 61-33 Breathitt County. And we're going to take a break, and we'll come back. When we come back, we'll talk about the Knott County Central Patriots and the Breathitt County Bobcats in this big 14th region game here at Breathitt County High School. So stay with us here on Hometown 24.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Isn't just wrestling, this is war. Hard-hitting action, non-stop excitement. The best athletes in the game leaving everything in the ring. AMW Showdown, the #1 wrestling show in the Southeast, debuts on Hometown 24. New rivalries, explosive returns, one ring, no mercy. AMW Showdown premieres on February 18th at 6 p.m. on Hometown 24. Feel the power of AMW Showdown.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The law office of Heidi Hoffensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world. And I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard is here to meet all your prescription and healthcare needs. Pharmacist Darren Smith and the experienced staff provide fast, reliable service with the professionalism you expect. With friendly service and a commitment to quality care, Hometown Pharmacy is proud to serve the Hazard community every day. Ask about their new app. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard, quality care, professional service right here in your community. TVS Mobile is here. Mobile service from the broadband provider you already know and trust. Powered by the nation's most reliable network. TVS is your #1 choice when you need to stay connected. With mobile plans to suit any budget and any situation, and phones from your most trusted brands. Go to tgtvsmobile.com today and see how TVS can keep you connected. The choice is yours. The time is now. TVS Mobile.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
When financial challenges threaten your future, you need clear guidance and proven solutions. Call Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Trusted legal experience to help you take control. From stopping creditor actions to protecting your assets. Keisha and her staff deliver efficient, reliable representation focused on results. With flexible payment options, getting the help you need is more accessible than ever. Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Professional service, practical solutions. The fresh start you deserve.
Here at Klutz Auto Sales in Hazard, Kentucky, we specialize in used vehicles and we work with all types of credit. We're with you before and after the sale.
We stand behind every car we sell, ensuring that you drive away with confidence. We want you to be totally comfortable with your purchase because at Klutz Auto, you're the priority.
We've been your trusted dealer for 47 years. Visit us at Klutz Auto Sales across from Walmart on Highway 80. Call us at 606-439-5065.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters. Family, friends, community. But sometimes, we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
Introducing WTVE TV Everywhere from TVS, the new way to watch your favorite shows, live channels, and on-demand content wherever you go. On your phone, your tablet, or your laptop, whether you're at home, on the road, or maybe somewhere you might not want to be. And the best news, TV Everywhere is already part of every TVS video plan. Sign up today for TVS and get access to your favorite content, including live college sports everywhere. Visit tvscable.com or call 606-785-3450.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Come on, everybody get ready for the countdown. Up on your feet, get ready for the throwdown. Everybody's gonna be a showdown tonight. Welcome to the party, come on, everybody showdown.
Brain health affects how we think, learn, and live. When it is ignored, the impact spreads into our classes, our friendships, and even our stability. It affects our families, communities, and even our ability to afford basic needs. but prevention can stop the chain. Sleep, hydration, movement, connection, and asking for help can protect our minds.
Introducing Multiview from TVS. The same video service you already know and trust. Now watch up to 4 programs at the same time, including college sports.
He jackhammered it in on the fly.
With an easy-to-understand menu, Multiview is just a click away. Don't miss a second of the action, no matter when it's happening. Video when you want it, how you want it. From TVS.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornet's going to air it out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught it to 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman, the second game on the night here from Breathitt County High School. Maintenance player Jim McCauley on the call for Breathitt County, Knott County Central in a big 14th region affair. Knott County Central coming in 18-6, RPI number 1. 6 wins in a row. Breathitt County 14-10, RPI number 6. We just had Breathitt County this week against Prairie Central in the Glory Road game down at Dilscombs High School, the Whitaker Athletic Complex. And, kind of an indifferent kind of game for Breathitt County. I was looking forward to seeing Breathitt County. Hadn't seen them much since the All-A.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that Coach Turner, going up against his old coach, was wanting a better performance than what it turned out for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it was, like you said, enigmatic because, we had said earlier on, Breathitt was kind of, Breathitt and Knott were kind of our surprise teams.
Yeah, almost definitely.
Early on in the 14th region, but Breathitt has went through kind of a rough stretch here. Losses to Estill County, Perry County game really wasn't even in question most of the game there. So Breathitt County, like I told you, here, Breathitt is different. They are a team that loves to play at home. But what do you think? Breathitt County, which we'll get into the keys to the game here in a few minutes, but energy-wise, Breathitt County's got to come out with a lot of energy.
Well, and I think, too, to match on the road, the inexperience sometimes, and it showed up the other night, I thought, even though we're, 24 games into the schedule. But, once again, they're already in the region, and the regional is going to be held right here. So a different kind of energy for the team of Breathitt County. When you look at Knott County, as you said, these are the 2 biggest surprises coming in. Nobody would have put them where they're at right now. And, of course, Knott County Central and Coach Honeycutt coming back to Breathitt County for the first time, where he brought the regional championship to Breathitt County. So, I'm not sure how the emotions, and, Coach Honeycutt probably wouldn't say it, how he is about being coach speak.
He is the professional. He's the most even keel guy. Doesn't have a whole lot of outward emotion, even though inside he's a fierce competitor.
Right.
But, Knott County has really, and every time we watch them play, we feel like they're getting just a little bit better as we get closer to the regional tournament. Their losses in the region have been to Perry County and so they had 2 losses in the region.
And I am completely blank.
Hazard. Okay, so they split with Hazard.
Right.
So, we've gotten to watch everybody but Powell County. But now, if you're looking at teams, if you're going to put a 4-1, 5-1, 3-1, whatever you want, it'd be hard to vote against Knott County right now to seeing them on that final night of the regional tournament.
And I think a lot of it will come with district and regional matchups will come down two matchups.
Well, we've talked about that a lot. You and me, Brian, and David have discussed that a lot because, there's no superpower team this year.
No.
Everyone in the region with a minimum of 2 losses. But different teams match up differently, as you can see by, Powell 2 losses, Hazard, everybody has those 2 losses. Who you get in that draw and how you match up with them could be an enormous deal.
And it can be anybody. And, somebody comes out and makes 12 or 13 three-pointers, you go to the house.
Yeah.
You come out, on the other hand, you come out and you shoot 25%. You go to the house. So, or you get in bad foul trouble if you're not a really deep basketball team. You go to the house.
Well, and on that point, Manus, we've had, a lot of big-time matchups that we've covered this year. And the thing I've saw about 14th region officials is they have really, really let the teams play. Now, you're going to be getting officials from another region. I think the 13th are calling, and not as familiar. I know we've did a few games in the 13th,
yes.
But for these players in a big-time matchup, if it's called a little bit different, can cause some early foul trouble quick.
Yeah. And, the thing about it is, it's always going to be a slow whistle. And slow whistles benefit those people that don't play a lot of people. So, who knows? But once again, it's going to be a really good, and each district's going to be really good. Each one in the region's going to be really good. Jim, it's about that time for the Tim Short Auto Group keys of the game, and let's first go with the away team, the Knott County Central Patriots.
Well, when you think about Knott County, you think about that. To me, they are the blue-collar team in our region. They're not flashy.
Right.
They don't turn a lot of heads, but then you look up at the end of the game and they've out-rebounded you. They've out-hustled you on the 50-50 ball. They shot a good percentage. And I think for Knott County to win tonight, that needs to be their MO. Play within the framework of Coach Honeycutt's offense, which is sometimes can be very, very patient. Hit the boards hard. Gibson and Ambergy have really made themselves elite players in the 14th region this year. But they've got to have that third scorer that we talked about. And with them, who knows? It could be Connor Napier, who shoots the ball really well from outside, but sometimes not as effective. One of the players that has really impressed me this year has been the improvement of Jaden Hall. If Hall stays out of foul trouble and can give them 8 points, that's a huge lift for Knott County Central.
And, we've said that probably every single game. We got to have a third scorer. We've talked to coaches. What do they say? Got to have a third. Now, let's talk about the homestanding Breathitt County Bobcats. What do they need to do? And I don't know, I guess you would call it an upset if they beat Knott County Central here tonight, as well as Knott County Central's playing. What do they need to do to come out on top?
First and foremost, they've got to be the Breathitt County team that beat Hazard in the All-A, which means in that game they out-rebounded Hazard and they beat Hazard to the 50-50 balls.
Yes, they did.
So they have got to be very, very physical with a physical Knott County team, because if you're not, listen, these guys down here will bully you. And so you've got to be very physical in the paint. Secondly, they've got to get their backcourt play. They've got to get big points out of both of their studs.
Yeah, McGinnis has got to have a better night than he had the other night.
Yeah, and you look at Fugit, great three-point shooter. We saw against Hazard, knocks down 4 or 5 against Hazard. They're going to need, at least 2 or 3 threes from him. But listen, a surprise player for Breathitt the last couple games I've watched has been Jager. I always think of the offensive lineman.
You always think of UK's offensive lineman.
But he has really improved. Knocked down a couple of threes the other night against Perry. Always plays strong in the post. So, he and Cayetan, they've really got to work hard, but they've got to stay out of foul trouble because Breathitt County is not deep in the post.
Because you're going to have Burton. He's going to have to go up against Ambergy, or he's going to have to go up against Gibson.
And tough matchups, Manus.
Yes, and then that Cayetan the other night came off the bench. I looked for him to start tonight. I haven't looked at the starters yet, but I think if he comes in there, he's got to be the one that comes in against whoever Burton matches up. He matches up against the other. And can Peyton Collins knock down a bunch of threes?
He's going to.
And McGinnis, he's got to be on the offensive end, and he's got to take it to the go. And I think it's going to be a dandy ball game. And thank everybody for tuning in. Ryan Farmer down Leslie County. Bumper Adams, as always.
I know
thank you
Bumper's
for tuning
watching.
in. District starts Monday. You got to be looking. Got to be looking next week at potential when those are going to be up. Look for your area newspapers, your radio, and everything else to know when the starting times and what days.
Yeah, they're going to
have
their meeting at Knott County on the 18th for the 53rd district, and I'm sure that's probably going to be about the same with all of the district schools. So hopefully by the 19th, everything will be in stone. We'll know, where everything's going to take place, what time. But we've got about 20 seconds to go here, and we're going to have the starting lineup. But before that, we're going to be, like I said, every day next week, we're going to be in a gym somewhere. Starting with Monday at Memorial Gym, we are looking forward to a dandy as the Powell County Pirates and that high-powered offense travel in to play Coach Casey Huff's Hazard Bulldogs.
And Seth Cottle and Trace Kincaid, Tucker Johnson. And, I'm looking forward to Morganson.
Yeah, me too.
I've watched him on film and everything. I just want to see it live. I'm a live person.
Well, he's already got a couple of Division I offers as a sophomore.
Yep.
And when you watch
some
those
Powell County people, and they say he's really good. So looking forward to it, and looking forward to all the different matchups. And there are going to be upsets. Oh, I can't wait. So we'll be there when there's an upset. So we're ready for the starting lineups now, and first for Knott County Central will be number 24, senior guard Connor Napier, averaging 11.2 points. Number 23, senior forward Michael Gibson, averaging 10.9. Number 11, senior forward Chance Ambergy, averaging 12.6, 7.7 rebounds. Number 10, senior guard, Gavin would love that, wouldn't
he? Yes, he would.
Gavin Mosley, 5.8, and the center number 2, senior Jaden Hall, averaging 6.4. Coach Honeycutt is the coach of Knott County Central as the lights go out. Thank you, Jim. Knott County Central once again 18-6, 12-2 in the region. Now for the Breathitt County Bobcats, 14-10 on the season, 9-3 in the region. And first will be number 14, freshman guard Jaron Fugit. Number 35, sophomore forward Jager Burton, averaging 5.6. Fugit was averaging 8.5. Number 24, sophomore guard Aiden Combs, averaging 5.5. Number 11, junior guard Peyton Collins, averaging 18.7. And number 1, senior guard Austin McGinnis, averaging 12.9. And the Bobcats are coached by Mr. Cameron Turner, and if you talk to Coach Shannon Hoskins, he said, I voted Coach of the Year, Mr. Cameron Turner.
He's did a good job, graduating so much from last year's regional championship team.
One starter coming back.
And we kind of had them counted out. And that's what we know. And, Breathitt County, arguably, they win the All-A 14th region and have had such a good year. But, All-A's in the past now. Everybody's eyes on the big prize.
And as you say that, there's the prize of the basketball, and it will go to Knott County Central. Man-to-man by Breathitt County. Goes to Gibson. Gibson turns off the board, misses it, rebound Fugit. Combs going down the side looking for McGinnis. Man-to-man by Knott County Central.
Yeah, they've got to be able to attack with McGinnis in this man-to-man.
Double staggered screen. Collins, Ambergy switches off and takes him. Steps through, puts it up, misses it, fight for the rebound, and it'll come down to Gibson.
Real wide set right now for Knott County, leaving the lane open. They overload.
Yep, and you will talk about Burton, and he's guarding Ambergy, and Combs is taking Gibson. Looking for the mismatch inside. Napier
You see, this is exactly what Honeycutt, he likes to be patient, keeps that lane open to drive, and Gibson gets
with a touch.
Yes.
Thought that was going off. His first bucket and the first bucket of the game. In goes Combs, blocked by Hall. Fugate will get the rebound. Breathitt County with that 5 out, looking to take someone off the dribble or come up like Burton is to set the high screen. Nice hedge by Hall. Cannot leave him open. Misses it. Fugate, I missed it. I jinxed him. Gibson with a rebound.
And that's one thing you'll notice about Gibson and Amberg is Gibson drives again. Nice move.
Off the board and in.
When Gibson and Amberg, you see a lot of people tip the ball for a rebound. They get their hands on it. You're not ripping it away.
The old wide receiver in both of them.
Yes.
Coach Turner with the call. Long three by Collins off. Rebound by McGinnis, and he'll lay it in.
That's not going to make Coach Honeycutt happy right there. Nobody got a body on McGinnis there. An easy layup.
Ambergy with the basketball back out to Napier. Gibson goes against the screen, turns, gives it back to Mosley. Mosley, the catch and shooter, he'll make those threes. Backdoor, Gibson, reverse, puts it in.
And that's one thing, 6 points, but Jaden Hall that time sets everything up right there with the patience and makes a beautiful drop pass to Gibson.
Napier with a hesitation left-hand dribble. Ambergy into the lane. Turns, spins, misses it. Rebound comes down to Fugate. Collins left hand up the left-hand side. Mosley does a nice job of turning him back. Collins, nice pass into there and puts it in. Does Burton.
Yeah, nice pass right there. Burton showing what we were talking about, the improvement this year, moving without the basketball, receiving the pass, and going in for the layup.
And, that ball came up just right on the bounce pass right into the pocket area.
You could just catch it in stride.
Exactly. Nobody's got Amberg, and he is fouled by Combs as he will go to the line. His first, and that's the first foul with. And as I recall the girls' game, it was 4:38 with the first cut.
I think you're exactly right, Manus.
I've got a mind of, okay. Anyway, Amberg is going to shoot 2. David Adams would eat me up on that one. Misses the first, does Ambergy. Ambergy 71% on the season.
I wanted to send a congratulations out to Mosley, the guard. We saw where he'd signed with track and field with the University of Pikeville. Congratulations. That's an awesome, awesome thing.
Ambergy with the second. Fugate's got an angle. Gibson turns him back, gives it back to McGinnis, and they'll reset.
Yeah, McGinnis has got to make an attempt to take Napier.
And they'll bring it back out, run the 1-4, and here we go with kind of like a flex set here. We're very wide.
Yeah, both teams very patient with the basketball, but Knott County extending that defense out.
And Gibson takes it away from Fugate. He's going to go in, and he's going to lay it in. And Turner says, what's going on here? Coach Turner says, give me a 30-second timeout, and we'll stay right here. And 9-4, Knott County Central with 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. And
it's very obvious what Knott County wants to do. As we've seen, everything has been straight downhill basket runs and being very efficient with that. Now, in Breathitt County, that time they really slowed down their offense. But when they did that, Knott County kept extending the pressure further and further and further out till finally they committed the turnover and took it the other way for the basket.
And, when you run the 2-3 flex set, you've got to rub off your screens to get open. And if it's any of the timing's off, just like it was the last time, you cannot get from point A to point B, and then it ruins the whole set. We'll see what the message was from Coach Turner here, as notice he had a sub as well. Caleb Neese comes in for Breathitt County. Always gives good energy, and the freshman does a nice job.
A couple of good screens already when he came in.
Neese comes in, goes back through and gives it back to Collins. Burton's going to set the screen, hedging on it. Burton with a kick to the open Fugit 3, and it's going to be long. McGinnis with a rebound. Goes all the way across to Burton. Wide open 3. No good.
Yeah,
Hamburg, you got a 3 against 2. If he can catch it, he does, but he's not able to hang on to it. It'll be turnover, Knott County Central.
Yeah, and Breathitt had a couple of good looks right there, but just didn't able to get them to fall.
Goes back, and here's the off the screen. Collins trying to find some room. Step back 3, doesn't go. Rebound to Burton. So hitting the offensive boards are the Bobcats. Collins goes through off the board. And that's Peyton's first bucket, 9-6. Knott County Central, 2:37 to go here in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us on Hometown 24. Gibson going against Neese, and he is pushed before the shot, I believe.
Yeah, so
it was, and it's going to be underneath.
And, man, as you see, Gibson is so physical when he gets that downhill rim run right there. How does Breathitt County protect against that?
Well, you just got to get down, and, they're dribbling low. You've got to get lower than what they're dribbling and move your feet to get in. And, sometimes good offense just beats good defense sometimes. And Amberg, almost got the row. Burton with the rebound. Trying to get the kick out there. And,
if I'm Burton, I think I might try to go ahead and take Hall one-on-one right there.
Thought for a moment he was going to turn back. Collins trying to find some room. He will go in, and Napier knocks it away out of bounds. We're under 2 here in the first quarter. Backdoor cut. Neese trying to get some room with Amberg, and he's going to foul from behind. And that's going to be the first team foul on the Patriots, and Amberg will pick up his first.
Well, Neese very patient with the ball right there. He knew where Amberg was at lurking, and he kept trying to back him out to create more space, head fake, and go up and drop the foul.
Misses the first, 70% free throw shooter on the season for the freshman. Second one up, and it is good. Cayetan will come in for Burton to give him a break. A very well put together young man.
Yeah.
9-7, 147 is Connor Napier will bring it up. And they'll run this double stack here. Mosley will bring it back out. He's going into the lane, puts it up, and it comes up short. Cayetan with the rebound. Breathitt County with an opportunity to tie or go ahead right here.
A nice screen by Cayetan as he rolls down, flashed open for a second, but Gibson again.
With a steal, he will go in off the board, and he'll put it in. Gibson with 10 points here of the 11 for the Patriots. 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
Cayetan really being physical with Hall down there in the post.
Backdoor cut, kicks it to McGinnis for the 3. Good. Give McGinnis 5. Brings them within 1 here with 45 seconds to go. The arrow pointing toward Breathitt County, and see if Knott County Central may play for one. I don't think so. Mosley had the open look for just a second. Cayetan quickly got out on him.
And Knott County looks like they're definitely going to hope for the one shot, but
Here comes a double. Trying to speed up Knott County. Knott County didn't fall for the trap as we get to 10 seconds in the first quarter. Gibson going against Neese. Turns, gives it back to Hall. Hall goes up, off the board and in. And will he get it off? He does, and it's missed. And that will end the first quarter, 13-10. Knott County Central leading Breathitt County. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
For over a century, Bank of Heinemann has proudly served Knott County and the surrounding communities. They're your hometown bank, built on trust, service, and a commitment to their neighbors. With online banking, bill pay, and mobile deposit, they blend today's convenience with the personal service you've always known. Visit them on the Heinemann Bypass or at the Holly Hills Shopping Center. Bank of Heinemann, where tradition and trust still matter.
Set. Welcome back after the first quarter, 13-10, Knott County Central. Michael Gibson with 10 points in the first quarter for the Patriots, 5 points for McGinnis for Breathitt County. Good start offensively, and that's something we asked for in the keys of the game.
So Knott County, first substitutions tonight for them. There's
Dials is in, and Little is in. Drew Little, number 1, and Payson Dials, number
2-3 zone right here.
Yep, one time probably coming out. A lot of coaches do that just to get you off. And Collins back to Burton, who's back in the game. McGinnis misses it. Rebound to Ambergy. Ambergy looking up the floor. Good transitional defense by Breathitt County. Gibson shakes and bakes, turns, pivots, goes up, throws it up. It hits the rim. He wanted the foul. Got a 5 against 3, does Breathitt County. Collins, long 3, doesn't go. Tip, and Gibson will come down with it. Ambergy slides through off the board, missed it. Rebound, Cayeton. Back to Burton.
Yeah, this game much more to the Breathitt County's pace here in the second quarter, getting up and down the floor.
Trying to push it up a little bit quicker. Problem is, if you don't knock those shots down, you being the devil's advocate, it plays in to a long transition. Deese goes in, kicks back to McGinnis. Collins, jumper, good.
Nice shot.
Give him 4. (13-12). Little with the basketball back to Napier. Napier going ahead, fake hesitation off the board. Nice move.
And you kind of, you see what they're just trying to isolate one-on-ones, and they feel like they can beat that guy off the dribble. And so far, they've been pretty good at doing it.
Knott County staying in the 2-3, and identifying those people you can take off. Sometimes you will see Coach Honeycutt. You will see him point. Goes into the lane, his knees, kicks it to Collins, wide open 3. On target, but it's too long. Hamburg in the middle floor, 3 against 2. Thought Little was going to be open, but it goes back to the trailer, missed. Hamburg fighting for it in there, but Cayeton is going to be fouled, and I believe that's going to be on Drew Little. That's going to be his first.
And you see Cayeton right there, such a strong kid, just be able to rip that ball out and
playing with an injury, as we found out before the game, and hope everything works out for him. Shane Gibson in for Knott County Central, the senior, number 22. And it's knocked away, and Napier will get it back to Little. Little will lay it in.
Yeah, that was a
just cut him off guard, Jim.
Just random trap.
Gives it up, Fugit.
Yeah, you can see that.
I knew it couldn't be long. His 40th three-pointer on the season. As Coach Honeycutt talking to Connor Napier and Chance Ambergy. Dials into the lane, gives it up to Shane. Gibson's got the avenue, turns back off the board. Nice move.
Really
puts
nice
it in.
move, Gibson there.
Physicality is not a problem with Shane Gibson.
No, but, Knott County really having their way at driving into the basket. Nice pass.
Look by Collins as Cayeton will lay it in. If you don't have ball pressure, sometimes you can throw that the chest pass in there. Little turns, puts it in. Give him 4 off the bench for Coach Honeycutt. Knott County Central wanting to walk, don't get it. Staying in that 2-3, Collins from way downtown. Nice box out by Dials, comes up to Little. And that's going to be a foul on Collins. That's going to be his first. Collins sometimes he can ill afford to get into foul trouble for Coach Turner. 21-17.
The thing about
County Central.
Those shots, too, doesn't give Breathitt County any chance to have a rebound on those.
Well, we've said it before. If you're playing zone and I've got you matched up here, when the shot goes up, I still got you. But if you move it around, Napier, long 3, and it's good.
Knott County with the largest lead of the game right now, 24-17 over the Bobcats.
Connor Napier with his 40th three-pointer. Goes into Burton, and it's tipped, but Cayeton, nice fake, steps through off the board, and he will put it in. Give him 4 off the bench.
Yeah, good effort from Cayeton out there.
Got his feet under him. Payson had the opportunity there, kind of lost his footing a little bit. Ambergy will split through, and he'll lay it in.
And it's just pretty much every time, Manus. They're not, which we saw 1 3-pointer made by Napier, but at a full timeout.
It's a full timeout by Knott Central, and we'll take a full timeout as well. 26-19, Knott County Central.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hindman Games of the Week. Of course, we had Buckhorn and Breathitt County earlier, and the Breathitt County Lady Cats win 61-33 over the Buckhorn Lady Wildcats. As we go back to action, 3 minutes left in the half. Kicker to Fugit. I thought he had Combs there, but there it is on the baseline, and Combs will put it in.
That backside of that 2-3 just a little high, allowing him to scoot in there on the baseline and get open.
26-21. Little will bring it up. Got to be careful here with a 5-second call. Little and Collins, both of them getting into it, and Collins can ill afford for that to happen because that's going to be Collins' second. And that's Little's second as well. But Collins, not that Little doesn't mean anything to Knott County.
But not as big a factor for the current roster as what Collins is.
No, and that's going to be second. He's got to keep his head. So he's going to play with 2 fouls with 2:22 to go in the first half. Gibson sets the screen. Napier with a fake, goes in, 15-footer, good.
Yeah, nice shot by Napier.
Connor with 7.
Yeah, his stroke looks really good tonight.
within himself, going up and down in the same spot. Knocked away from Fugit. Got a 3 against 3. Connor Napier out in front. He was stepped through smartly and puts it in.
Yeah.
Connor Napier with 9.
And then we talked about that third scorer, and, Connor Napier living up to the billing right now.
At Gibson 10 in the first. Napier 9 as Combs shoots it. Ambergy goes way up with 2 hands. Gets the rebound. Ambergy straight through, and it's going to be an offensive foul called on Chance Ambergy, and that's going to be Chance's second foul. Shane Gibson will come out, and now Dials will come out. I thought Ambergy was coming out. He thought he was coming out. So I think Dials is going to go back up. Yep, he's going to, and he'll probably be taking Ambergy here with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. 30-21 Knott County Central. McGinnis goes straight in there, and he is fouled. Nice 2 screens.
Yeah, he got 2 screens that really helped seal off and open up that lane to the basket.
And that will send McGinnis to the free throw line for the first time tonight. 69% on the season. That foul was on Hall. That was his first. And like we suspected, Dials will come in for Ambergy. McGinnis makes the second. Give him 6.
8-point game, minute 9 left in the first half.
Napier will go in, and left hand misses it. It was tipped, and Burton will come up with it. See if Breathitt County can close the gap here.
And look for him to try to get a couple of screens for
They did the double screen down the middle the last time. Let's see if they can come up with that again. Not sure if that was scripted or just smart plays made by the players identifying that. Burton 3 comes up short. Nice block out by Hall. Hall advancing it down. The kick to Mosley. Thought about it. Gives back to Hall with 20 seconds. Give and go. Mosley good.
Once again, Hall kind of knowing where to go with the ball. So important.
Mosley's first bucket, 6 seconds. Collins will get it off with a long 3, good. Mosley will get it off, will it go? And it comes up short, and it will go to the half. Knott County Central ahead 32-25, and when we come back, we'll have the Double Quick halftime show. Stick with us here on Hometown 24.
At Appalachian Wireless, we believe the future of our region starts with our students. That's why we're proud to award scholarships to non-deserving high school seniors throughout the Appalachian Wireless coverage area from the class of 2026. It's our way of investing in the hard work and dedication and the next generation of leaders right here at home. So students can learn more at any Appalachian Wireless retail location or at AppalachianWireless.com, or just by asking their guidance counselor on how to apply. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24. No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Welcome back to the Double Quick Halftime Show, 32-25, Knott County Central. Quickly going over the scoring first for Knott County Central. Little had 4, Hall had 2, Mosley with 2, Ambergy with 3. Dials played to not score. Shane Gibson with 2, Michael Gibson with 10. Connor Napier with 9, scoring by quarters, 13 in the first, 19 in the second for a total of 32. Little with 2 fouls, Ambergy with 2 fouls. For Breathitt County, McGinnis with 6, Collins with 7, Fugit with 3, Neese with 1, Cayeton with 4, Combs with 2, Burton with 2, scoring by quarter, 10 in the first, 15 in the second for a total of 25, bringing us to that 32-25 halftime score. Jim?
Well, I've got a lot of thoughts, man. The first thing,
we've got 5 minutes and 55 to get them all the way across.
Well, Breathitt County has got to find some way to stop the rim runs, straight line drives. Knott County, it almost feels like can score at will, in the paint. And not from a post, but from a drive. That's the first thing. Second thing, I think Breathitt County's doing a pretty good job holding up on the boards. Doing a good job. I would like to see Collins take a few more, I don't know what the proper term, shots that are in the flow of the offense, I think will be the best way to put it, because we need, and we saw him hit one there at the end, but it doesn't give his guys on the boards a lot of chance to make any rebounds there, Manus.
Yeah, when he pulls straight up or they kick the ball to him and he can go straight up. He is a knockdown three-point shooter. And, I mean, listen, when you shoot 36% or 37, 38, 40%, as Fugit and Collins do, you got to put them in a position where you hit the pocket. And where all they have to do is catch, turn, and shoot. But now, Knott County Central is making sure that Collins feels a little bit of pressure. And, he kind of gotten entangled a little bit with Little. He can ill afford. He's got to keep his cool. And he plays with a great deal of emotion.
Yes.
we just got to play with the right emotion. I think Coach Turner also goes back with Cayetan a little bit more on the boards, and he had some good minutes.
He did.
He had some good minutes coming off the bench. Pretty effective. Knott County Central went to the zone. And really, I thought maybe he was just going to go to the zone for just a possession or two. Ended up finishing the half out.
We saw them do that a couple of times.
Right.
Their zone, they're very good at running that zone, very efficient, and they trap out of it, which caused a couple of turnovers. And they also, normally you think of a sagging back zone, but they really get out and pressure the ball and push the offense back with it.
And, Knott County Central, pretty much everybody in the scoring column for that played other than Payson Dials for Knott County Central. Ambergy picked up that second foul about 2 minutes and something to go in the first half. Probably don't need to pick up that third one real quickly in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Connor Napier played really good on the offensive side in the second quarter.
It's a very good second quarter.
And Michael Gibson did in that first quarter. So a little bit of balance and everything needed for Knott County Central. Looking over at Whitesburg, Purry County Central and Letcher Central girls, it is 30-28. Purry Central over at Whitesburg.
It's senior night for the Lady Cougars.
It is, and it is, I think, minute and 50 to go there before halftime.
Monday, like I said, we talked about, we'll be at Hazard. Powell County and Hazard playing. That's another, I think, a top 5 matchup in the region. So, if you can't get over there to Memorial Gym to support those kids, tune in, and we'll be bringing that to you.
We'll be right there.
Tuesday, I think we'll be back at Memorial Gym for North Laurel Hazard girls, which should be an absolute dandy with a lot of interesting
other stuff.
Yeah, so that should be a good one.
But looking forward to that. Hazard, right now, the number 1 team in the 14th region in girls, and North Laurel trying to be the number 1 team in the 13th region. There, along with South Laurel, Knott Central. I believe Knott Central comes and plays. Trying to remember which 14th region team. I believe it is Knott County Central.
I think you're right.
So pecking order for everybody in the 14th region boys and girls, and we've said that numerous times, and it's about to come to an end for the pecking order. It's time to do it on the basketball court instead of people like us talking about it.
Yeah, but we have a lot of fun doing it, man.
Oh, yeah, and we mean no disrespect to any team because, once again, anybody in the 14th region boys,
it's wide open.
You better strap them up and be ready to play, or like we said, you can go home. You're one and done. And we're not talking about John Calipari.
No. Big game over in the 15th tonight. Johnson Central, Martin County. That'll be, I think those teams are already, I think Johnson Central won the last game. Am I correct, Manus?
You are correct. Martin County coming off a difficult loss to Ashland on their home court.
Yeah.
I think it was 90-57.
It was a tough one.
So it was a tough matchup, and sometimes, like I've said before, you just throw the tape away or disintegrate it from huddle. However you do that, wipe it off or whatever. But anyway, that was the Double Quick halftime show. Me and Jim rambling about a lot of things, but 32-25, Knott County Central. Thank you for tuning in, regardless of where you're at. And we're about ready to go to action, and it will be Knott County Central basketball. And I've lost my pencil. Oh, there it is. Mosley will come out, and Breathitt County in the 2-3 defense here, trying to limit any penetration. Overload one side, Gibson to Ambergy. Breathitt County got to know where Mosley's at, and Napier with a 3 misses it, but there's Gibson to put it back in.
And I like the idea of them coming out in the 2-3 zone, but you have got to be able to identify where everybody's at and not let them sneak in for that easy putback.
And we've said it a lot of times. Yeah. Once you take the ball to this baseline, reverse it all the way to the other baseline, then you get the zone moving. You'll get the offensive rebound. Collins goes in, misses it. Rebound's going to come down to McGinnis, and he's going to put it in with the left hand. Give him 8. And, you can't sit here and you can't go back and forth trading baskets now. But he's still early, of course, in the second half.
So what exactly are they in a 2-2-1? Are they in a 2-3 still?
2-3 matchup, and they'll just wherever you go. But you'll see that Knott County Central is going to overload one side. Got Connor Napier coming through. Mosley's what I'm talking about, and he misses it. Burton will come down with the inverted horn. And just like we found out the other night at Letcher and Neon and all these places, it's got new wireless. Anything can be expected out of these scoring systems. Long-time timekeeper here for Breathitt County. He just shook his head. Long 3 by Collins, misses it. Ambergy comes down with it. Looks up to Gibson. Thought about it. Says, I'll shoot it. Rebound by Hall. Hall will go up. Knocked out of bounds. And what I was thinking with Jaden Hall earlier, I think of Jamal Mashburn, how calm, cool he is about every single thing.
He doesn't get stressed.
He doesn't get stressed. Goes into Gibson, kick back out to Mosley, and they'll set the offense. Goes into Hall. Floater misses it, tapped by Gibson. Hall will come down with it, turns, back out to Mosley, into the lane, kicker to Connor Napier for the open 3. Doesn't go, he'll get his own rebound.
But we saw since they've went to the zone, the offensive rebounds have exploded for Knott County Central.
And sometimes you shoot them out of a zone and sometimes you rebound them out of a zone. Let's see if Coach Turner elects to stay with it or not.
I mean, I think that's already 4 offensive rebounds in this quarter.
Pushes the lead out to 9. Fugit misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Ambergy. Looking up the floor, thought about getting it to Mosley. Elected not to, goes into Hall. Hall turns, pivots up off the board, and that was a smooth move by Hall.
Yeah, get that left hand up there, just a little baby hook.
Guinness kicker to Burton. Open 3, comes up short. Rebound's going to be knocked away. Not sure what the call is, and it will stay with Breathitt County.
Yeah, Breathitt County really having a hard time getting a good look right now, Manus.
I think they got to go a little bit more patient here.
Yep, they've been really shooting quick.
Goes into Combs off the board, misses it, rebound Gibson. Gives it up to Mosley. Back, the cutter, Ambergy missed it, rebound comes down to Combs. Nice give and go, just unable to put it in. Combs looking, McGinnis will set the offense and makes the call.
Yeah, Breathitt County really needs a bucket right here.
Opening a side for Burton. McGinnis goes into the lane. Nice move. Give him double figures with 10. 38-29, 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Hall spins, gives it back to Gibson. Gibson goes in off the board, gets his own rebound, and puts it in.
Yeah, Gibson's so strong up there.
And that's going to be 14 for Gibson. Coach Turner with a timeout, and I'm not sure what it is. It's going to be a full timeout, and we'll take a timeout too on Hometown 24.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Brought to you by Double Quick. Keisha Caldwell Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy in Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Welcome back after the timeout by Coach Turner, 40-29, Knott County Central here in the third quarter as we're halfway through the third. No substitutions during the timeout. Anytime they weave, they're jumping and switching on that. Cayetan is in the game.
Yes.
Getting position against Hall. He will turn back, go to the right side, turns back to his strong side, misses it. Rebound Gibson. Gives it up to Amber. You got a 2 against 1, turns, pivots, and he is fouled twice, I believe.
Yeah, he got hammered right there.
That's going to be on Cayetan.
Oh, he got his money's worth.
That's going to be his first. Probably in the NCAA, we would be taking a pause right now.
Yeah, that was a good. No, and you know, it's still a clean foul, and it keeps him from converting the easy 3-point player out there.
And I'm all right with that. First one is good for Chance Ambergy, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Second one up, and he knocks it down as well.
Knott County
moving up to
extend the lead out to 13 points here. Breathitt County really needs to get a good look here in their offensive set.
Fugit goes in there, turns, gives it back to Cayetan. He'll survey the action, gives it back to Neese, asking for the screen. Step back through, trying to get it up in there, misses it. Nice job by Ambergy, not going for it. Gives it up, Napier is wide open, misses it. And it will go out of bounds off of Gibson, Breathitt County basketball.
Yeah, really, I feel like Knott County's really just put the clamps on Breathitt.
And you see that Knott Central, other than Mosley guarding Collins, is just going back and packing it in.
Yep.
Putting pressure, once you get pressure on the ball handler, it's hard to pass that basketball when you close. Mosley, you see what Mosley's doing? He stays sitting down, and
he's really in the chest.
And Collins says, I beat him.
Yeah, Collins just really creative with the basketball.
Give Collins 9. But, you know, as Mosley, if he gets beat, you got to have somebody else.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's what Coach Honeycutt is saying. Right hand, Hall misses. Cayetan with a rebound. McGinnis with an avenue throws it up, and he is fouled by Connor Napier, his first. And that's going to be 2 shots. Smart play by McGinnis.
Yeah, got in there with his body to draw the foul.
1 of 2 on the night. In double figures with 10 points. Averages 12.9 for Coach Turner in the Bobcats. Misses the first.
You know, Breathitt County really can't afford to leave any points off the board right now. You know, you've got to hit your free throws, take care of the basketball.
Makes the second. You know, at what time does Breathitt County try to a little bit of pressure?
I was thinking the same
free
thing.
Throws or whatever it may be. Maybe holding that trump card. Bumper Adams would know about trump cards. 42-32, 136. Nice job by Cayetan getting out on the hedge. Gibson in and out dribble, gives it up. Mosley wide open 3. Doesn't go, but there's Hall. Fought and got the rebound. Turns
and those
back.
50-50 balls, you've got to get those.
Napier off the board.
Yeah, Connor Napier really, but once again, offensive rebounds. 50-50 balls.
Yep. Connor Napier in double figures with 11. Right now, Breathitt County not being able to put a dent in that lead. Collins is fouled on the way up.
That's going to be on Ambergy right there, isn't it?
I believe it is. No, it's going to be on Mosley. That's going to be his first. Thought that might have been 3 on Ambergy. Collins to the line. First 2, and he makes 77% free throw shooter for Collins. Double figures now with 10, averages 18.7 for the Bobcats. Misses the second one, Ambergy with the rebound. We're under 1 minute. The arrow going toward Breathitt County. Gibson gives it up to Hall. He fakes, turns. He's being double, triple teamed with a cut by Ambergy, left hand, misses it. Tap for it, and Cayetan gets the rebound.
You know, once again, Hall does a great job facilitating, just missed the shot there.
Collins, long 3, comes up short. Rebound to Gibson. Gives it up to Hall. Fakes, turns, spin. Oh, nice move, just didn't convert it. 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, Knott County's went cold the last minute and a half of the game.
Breathitt County here with the arrow needs to knock one down here to get back in it here at the end of the third quarter. Tip by Napier. 3 seconds. Hall looks up. He knows he shoots it. Doesn't go, and that will end the third quarter. 44-33. Patriots. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman games of the week. 44-33, Knott County Central. Knott Central outscored Breathitt County 12-8 in that third quarter. The basketball will go to Breathitt County.
You know, when I'm thinking that third quarter, looking back and reflecting, you know, the biggest issue I felt with Breathitt County is they were starting to get beat on the boards. I feel like they held their own in the first half against a very good rebounding Knott County Central team.
That's the difference sometimes playing a zone and playing man-to-man. Let's see what Coach Turner or what defense he'll come up after this offensive possession. Little guarding, and that's going to be knocked away by Napier on the double team. He goes in, misses the bunny. Knocked away. Little has it, turns, misses it, knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Knott County Central.
Yeah, Little.
Man, that was.
Well, yeah, after their little
altercation,
you could tell he came out very inspired to get after the ball right there.
Napier just missing that bunny in there. Ball's knocked away. Good defense by Burton. Once again, Burton does those things that don't show up on the score clock. I mean, the timekeeper.
Oh, he's a solid.
Wide open on the reverse, and Gibson, who just came in, puts it in. Nice call on the inbounds against the man-to-man underneath. Collins goes against Little, puts it in. Give him 12.
No, my goodness. I don't know what's happened.
Somebody's not gotten the assignment as Gibson will score another basket underneath.
I think it's time for some communication issues because he was both times wide open.
I think somebody's going to be coming out as well.
I thought that Knott had ran the snake in the grass play. He was that open.
Ran 6 players out there, it looked like. Goes back to Fugit. Fugit unable in this second half to get a shot off. Again, it's into the lane, has the avenue blocked by Gibson. Gives it back out to Collins. And it's knocked away by Little. Gives it back to Little, and it's going to be knocked away.
A good hustle right there by Neese to come down and keep preventing an easy layup.
Neese is going to come out, and Cayetan will come back in for Breathitt County. .6:37 to go in the game. Breathitt County cannot ill afford to just trade baskets or got to have a little bit of sense of urgency on the offensive end. They covered it that time, Jim. Napier thought about it, goes into the lane, 15-footer good.
Yeah, Napier's been really good on that little jumper today.
And that's going to be a full timeout, and we'll take a full timeout too. 50-35, Knott County Central. Stay with us.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
Hey Appalachia, we should probably admit this. We're kinda obsessed with you. The mountains, the back roads, the small towns, and the people. We've been everywhere together. At Appalachian Wireless, we built a network just for you, with local people who actually answer the phone. Can you imagine that? So this February, why settle for temporary with a big carrier who doesn't really know you? Go with the one who's loyal, local, and totally in love with Appalachia. Appalachian Wireless. So this connection, it's the real deal. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to the Fairseed Woods Coliseum. Timeout by Coach Honeycutt, 50-35, 6:30 to left in the game over at Whitesburg. Got a dandy over there, 42-42 in girls, Letcher Central and Prairie Central. Backside flyer screen for McGinnis coming through. Got Collins open from way downtown. Good.
But, you know, even though he was downtown, that time he was set. His shoulders were square. They ran a couple of screens to get him open. And when he squares up, he's a very high percentage three-point shooter.
He most certainly is. And here's the press I was talking about. Goes back to Gibson from his brother. Good. Nice. Gibson with 6. Goes back to Cayetan, off the board, puts it in through contact.
Really nice pass right there.
Give him 6. And the pace of the game will speed up, I got to believe, from here on out. Little goes through, nobody picks him up, and he lays it in. Give him 6.
Yeah, and you know, Knott County is such a good passing team.
Collins pulls up, long 3, Gibson comes down with it.
Yeah, Knott County passes the ball so well, makes it very difficult to press on.
Napier with a radar out, and he knocks it down. Give him 16. Nice find that time by Gibson. 2 straight assists by him. Pump fake. Napier was right up on him. He knew the scouting report. Collins way downtown again, comes up short. Kick back, and it's going to come to Cayetan. Nice hustle by Fugit. He doesn't go. Rebounds fought for, and it will come off of Breathitt County, and it'll be Knott County Central basketball. Knott Central out to the biggest lead so far in the game.
The press, I mean, you know, I know you got to do something, but you're really.
We talked about it off the air that when was it going to come?
Yeah. But, you know, Knott County, everybody handles the ball well on Knott County's team. Everybody passes the ball well.
Can Napier knock it down? It comes up short. Rebound is going to be to Burton. Protects the basketball. Guinness comes off the screen into the lane, throws up the left-hander, doesn't go. Ambergy with the rebound. Middle of the lane, hesitation dribble comes, steps through and puts it in. Give Ambergy 7.
Yeah, 19-point lead now for the Patriots, pretty much putting this thing on ice.
Yep. Breathitt County's going to have to knock down some quick ones, and Collins' long 3 comes up short, and Napier will come down with the rebound. Little 3. Doesn't go. Gibson will knock it back to Connor Napier.
And then, you think the biggest difference in the second half, I know that Knott County has scored the ball well, but a lot of it just came from second chance opportunities on the glass, and they've really controlled the boards on both ends here in the second half.
Yep. And that's going to be a foul on McGinnis. That's going to be his first. As Combs and Neese will come in, Cayeton will come out, Dials in for Knott County, and he will give Michael Gibson a break. Austin McGinnis will take his first break of the game.
3:24 left in the game. Knott County with the ball, leading by 19.
Goes in to Dials, and Burton is going to pick up the foul. That's his first. Little with a dribble, with a screen for Napier. Nice job of Combs getting through it. Dials goes into the lane, gives it back to Little. Nice pass to Gibson on the opposite side and puts it in. That is 8 in the fourth quarter for Shane Gibson. And it's going to be a foul on Dials. That'll be his first. And it'll be 2 shots. Neese, who is 1 of 2.
The lead now 21, Knott County. Nice form.
Breathitt County, averages 65 points a game. Neese knocks both down. Connor Napier goes through and misses it. There's Collins, and it's going to be a tie-up with Little. And that's going to stay with Knott County Central. Nope,
they called a foul.
I'm sorry. That foul was on Little. .240 to go. Breathitt County got a move here. Burton goes through, stays up in there, comes down, and that's going to be a walk.
We talk about that so much. When you get in there, these young kids want to leave their feet, and you're out of options.
And Collins is going to go out as McGinnis comes in the basketball game. And, if you drive, it was called, I think his name was Briscoe that played for Kentucky, that my wife can attest to, that I said numerous times, you can't drive the baseline without knowing what you're going to do.
Yep.
Sorry I brought that up.
Yeah, I remember Isaiah Briscoe, I think was his name.
Yep. I think Coach Honeycutt has put it in the cooler a little bit here, and that foul is going to be on. That's going to be on Neese, and I think you can pretty much say somebody's singing right now. Into the game comes Jonah Ousley for the first time. Yeah. Goes up and Little misses it. Burton with a rebound.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that Knott County took that shot, to be honest with you.
McGinnis turns back. And McGinnis does his, talking about impersonations, Andrew Harrison.
Yeah. Yeah, Dials is going to pick up the foul right there.
That's going to be his second. And Coach Honeycutt is going to clear his bench, and he's going to put in Aiden Cornett, and he's also going to put in there our good buddy KJ Mep. I've got him with the wrong number here. He's number 32 instead of 35 I've got listed here, and I'll change that.
So a minute 32 left. Knott County Central kind of going to sub out a little bit.
And like we said, it's getting tournament time.
Can't risk an injury. You can't risk an ejection.
Anything. So 61-42, 132 to go. And also for Breathitt County, you have Adam Spencer who came in, and Ethan Sizemore, number 10, comes in for the Bobcats. And, you play your younger players together because that's just like a good practice and everything. Combs goes in, nice move, and he'll lay it in.
And, I watched the Breathitt County JV play Perry the other day. Very competitive JV game between Breathitt and Perry.
Yes, definitely so. And these kids right here are going to be playing next year a lot together for Knott County Central and Breathitt County. And Ousley knocks it down with a 3. He never even got a sweat yet.
No,
he put that one in. 64-44.
He said, I'm open, Coach.
Want to wish both teams good luck next week and in the tournament. Of course, we'll be doing the 53rd District tournament. Turns, nice move, and a left hand.
Oh, yeah, nice play.
And that was Nice with a turn cycle.
Nice is like, it's a little bit easier against the younger guys.
Also for Breathitt County coming in is, got their number 2.
Number
Jake
4.
Fugit came in, and White Spencer. Nice will try to get 6 points, and he does not. Rebound to Ousley.
Ousley, a good-looking kid right here.
Niles goes in. Yep, with a 3, doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Little, and he'll put it in. Little good off the bench tonight. I got 8.
Yeah, he's had a good game offensively and defensively tonight.
Nice puts it up. Little will come down with it, gives it out to Ousley, and he's going to go in there. It's knocked away.
Not going to call a lot of fouls at this point of the game.
Throw's going to go up to Spencer for the 3. Good.
He said, knock it down, big fella. He thought about it, then drained it.
And that will conclude the game at 66-49. Knott County Central, and the player of the game will be Mr. Connor Napier.
Yeah, Connor had a great game tonight. Played well defensively, but really, in the second half, really started knocking them down.
And as I tabulate everything up, Jim?
Yeah, as you talk about that, I think every game we watch now, the dust is settling a little bit. Breathitt County, a little outgunned tonight, but Knott County Central. Knott County able to, in the first half, was just drive, straight line to the rim. Second half, Breathitt made a concerted effort to cut that off. Knott County started hitting the outside shots, the jump shots, extended the lead. Knott County remains one of our definitely top teams in the 14th region as Breathitt County.
Trying to find their way.
Yeah, trying to find their way. That's a good way to put it.
And,
got the scores?
Yep, and Knott County Central will improve to 19-6. Little with 8 points, Hall with 6, Mosley with 2, Ambergy with 7. Dials did not score. Shane Gibson, I think maybe the first time he's had double figures with 10.
Yeah, he had a really good game.
14 for Michael Gibson, 16 for Gunnar Napier, Alice Lloyd College player of the game. Ousley with 3 by quarter, 13, 19, 12, and 22 for a total of 66. Knott Central will now improve to 19-6. Next game will be Tuesday at Wolfe County.
That is another huge game. Always one of the toughest places to play in the region, no doubt, over there in Campton, KY.
And Breathitt County will drop to 14-11. Austin McGinnis with 11. Fugit and Sizemore did not score. Collins with 15. Fugit with 3. Nice with 5. Cayetan with 6. Combs with 4. Burton with 2. And Spencer with 3 by quarter. 10, 15, 8, and 16 for a total of 49, making the score 66-49. Want to thank AD Kyle Moore I want to thank all of the Breathitt County people for always inviting us in and doing what about everybody in the 14th region does. They welcome us in, and we thank everybody. I want to thank the Hometown 24 crew. I want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. And with that being said, I want to say good night and God bless.